All right, I'm excited. Gonna amp this up. Let's do it. All right. For the fact that Keith, no, hey, don't start me yet. I got an intro first, and then you can start me. The fact that Keith said that I got this under 6 minutes, for those of you that know me, and if I'm talking really loud, just let me know, and you're welcome in advance. But the fact that I got this under 6 minutes was epic. I'm not probably gonna nail that this time. Tim, you know what I'm talking about. Okay. Hang on. And go. All right. Real quick, going to run through this. So my name is Robbie Butchart. I am the VP of Growth for North America. I've been in this space for, call it about a better part of 10 years, running through how organizations adopt software, AI, analytics, all the fun stuff, getting into automation. Long time in this space. Most recently have come into this world of Blackbook. Very excited to be here. I'm going to run you through all the stuff that's on here right now. So Blackbook is an organization actually based out of Brisbane. So there's some funny sounding guy in the back. He's really tall. Ben, wave your hand. He's not from Australia. Okay, so with that though, this organization being around for about 8 years or so, really started out with cutting its teeth on RPA. RPA, who knows, who doesn't know? Hands. Yeah, nice. For those that you don't, I didn't know until a month ago, robotic process automation. It's pretty cool. Not little robots. It's actually technology that gets installed into yours and my computers. Mundane stuff. Tim knows. You know. So with that, we actually started there, and as we evolved it, we actually moved into big data, running through the requirements of big data, how it helps organizations make better decisions within their business. Evolution to that is ultimately now AI. How do we help support that? So lots of different back-end requirements that are there to actually fulfill that AI enablement. Big data, automation, RPA, low-code, no-code, getting into software development, and then software development as a service. Cool offering with kind of what Tim was talking about earlier, the agentic AI opportunities that are out there. Really epic stuff. Okay, I'm doing good. All right, moving on. Some of the clients we help validates all stuff and things because nobody knows who Blackbook AI is. Some great organizations that we partner with. Scalability is key in this though. Large companies, great, awesome, but the ability to scale down and support organizations in that mid-tier and up, that's kind of where we cut our teeth as well. So lots of cool stuff there. Moving on. Okay, good. See, I'm moving ahead, guys. This is exciting. Melissa, thank you. Tim, I appreciate your motivation, man. This is good. I'm tying this stuff in because I think even ahead of schedule than I planned. Okay, what are we hearing? There's a lot that's happening out in the market today, right? You guys all run organizations. You're part of them. You're in meetings. You're in conversations. In these conversations, everybody's talking about the same thing. It's been touched on already. Fear. Fear is the fundamental component for why organizations aren't moving faster. The Canadian landscape. We are risk adverse. There's fear associated to that inherently, right? It's going to take our jobs. Yeah, probably to a degree. And I know there's some competing thoughts around that, but the reality of it is the mundane tasks will go away. But the cool thing is that there's new opportunities, new jobs that will come because of it. That's happening. The other thing with some of these jobs that are occurring or being lost is the people that don't adapt, don't adopt this technology, this new workflow, the people coming in that do will take the jobs. So that's something else to keep in mind. When we work through that, then the conversations move into how do we start? It's like boiling an ocean, right? So that's a very challenging thing to get your head around in addition to the fear concept. The reality then also ties into the leadership. How are you teaching your teams to adopt technology? Are you doing lunch and learns? Are you developing situations in which your people can actually get their hands into it, empower their team, get ideas on the table? That starts top down. So it really ties into culture. I'm kicking ass right now, Keith. Like, this is epic. Confident too. Okay, so why you need to. We're in the middle of it. If you don't, you will get left behind. It's happening. You gotta, hey Aaron, how's it going? Nice to see you. You gotta adopt it. It's happening right now. Your competition is. If you're not, you're already behind. So just start. Like, we've talked about ChatGPT, LLMs, leveraging some of these things. Just start. Everybody's talking about compressed margins. We need to understand how we draw efficiencies into our EBITDA. That's the core. Okay, so when we think about these things, table stakes now are what the expectations are. Real-time, right now, analytics. It's happening. Automation, it's happening. Enablement, it's happening. Like, all of it's now. People that are coming into your businesses want this, expect this. They live it every day on their phones. So why is your business different? All right, so how do we do the thing? How do we do the AI, right? When we think about this, it's aligning to business outcomes. There's way more words on here than I don't want you to read it, I want you to listen, right? Business outcomes are the key. They're the fundamental requirement to align and not fall down the shiny object syndrome. It happens so often. Cool tech, does amazing things, promises things, doesn't actually do it. You waste time and money. If it's not driving efficiency, I'm going to talk louder than a motorbike. If it's not driving efficiency into your bottom lines, quicker operations, better revenue, better profitability, ultimately nailing your EBITDA numbers to help drive success into your business, don't do it. You're not going to get the outcomes you're looking for because there's no alignment. So when we start thinking these things, these are just ideas. Generally, when we start, it's what are the things that suck about your day? And you might or might not know, but your people do. Ask them. So when we think about all of that, that's the leverage points that we can get into that brings credibility into the conversations that ultimately gets us to a successful end state. Okay, I'm doing good. I'm minute 34. All right, so how? Again, is the how. The how is the key to all of this because the boiling the ocean concept, it really is challenging to overcome and it's overwhelming. So we have a business outcome. We have alignment into how we ultimately want to structure this within the business. So reverse engineer. In order for us to have credibility in the conversations, that outcome is the North Star. We need to sit down with users that understand the day-to-day. They know the suck. They understand it. They live it. They feel it. They've got ideas. Listen to them. So we document all that. We work through the process. Wow, it goes red. That's pretty cool. It goes through that process, and through that documentation, we now have priorities. We understand what we're working towards. Quick yes, quick no. It no longer requires months' worth of work to get us to that end state. So we've got the ability then to iterate as we go, get those proof of concepts into people's hands, and validate. Out of that, we then build out that roadmap, immediate, short-term, mid-term, long-term. We plan around that, but all aligned to that business outcome that we were talking about. And then finally, getting into what's required from a support standpoint, AI is changing the landscape monumentally. I've got 18 seconds. On that, I was at a lunch not too long ago. I was talking to somebody who's a professor and writes a bunch of books, does a bunch of big things. The AI hype cycle is changing from 9 months to 6.7 days. That's wild. So who's going to support you through the process? Key takeaways, and I'm done, are right here on the slide. Find people that are experienced, lean into them, trust your people, and get on the boat. Let's get it.